Hola. I'm already laughing at the comments. What's up, Code Red? Yes, I'm a wild one for this one. I had to do it. I had to do it. If I don't do it, who's going to do it, right? Keep telling y'all, listen, before this year is over, y'all going to be calling me the godmother, okay? Y'all gonna be calling me la madrina for the truth that I be bringing y'all, okay? I'm trying to set y'all free. I'm trying to set y'all free, okay? Tonight is going to be interesting, all right? Some truth are going to be told, and you ain't going to like it. I told you it hurts being here sometimes, but it's good for you. It's like medicine, it's like a cast on a broken bone, okay? I fix this shit with my panel. With that said, hola, 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 mi gente. Welcome to the Thursday night episode of On the Block with Jen. Let's take care of mama's business. I am on the block with Jen on all social media platforms: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. There's a lot of action on Instagram. So if you want to see a lot of me, okay, go to Instagram, On the Block with Jen at Instagram. If you want to collaborate with me, if you want to interview me, if you want me to partake in someone else's interview, okay, On the Block with Jen at Gmail. If you have a topic you'd like me to dissect with my panel, if you have a suggestion for the channel, better have some money attached if you're going to suggest shit to me. But anyway, if you have a suggestion attached for my panel or my show, On the Block with Jen at Gmail. I repeat, I am not Jen on the block, okay? I am on the block with Jen, okay? You guys are on the block with Jen. I'm not Jen on the block. Jen on the block is by herself. I am on the block with Jen. In other words, I'm on the block. Y'all pull up and hang out, okay? A lot of y'all say Jen on the block. It's on the block with Jen, okay? All right. Let's take care of some more business. If you would like to support the show via Cash App and you're catching a replay and you cannot super chat me, that is okay. Don't fret. Look what I got for you. I have a Cash App. Cash App On the Block with Jen as well. I'm easy to find, honey. On the Block with Jen, scrolling on the bottom, On the Block with Jen, Cash App if you're catching a replay. I want to thank you from my widow, bottom of my cold heart for all the people who Cash App me, even when I'm not on air. I appreciate you to the fullest, okay? I don't like shouting out names because I don't know if you guys want to remain anonymous when you send me money. So I don't want to blast you, okay? But I do see it and I do thank you, and it's always in support of my show. So muchas gracias, much love to you, okay, guys? I don't know. Some people may want to stay on the DL about their coins. So I don't want to blast your names unless you want me to. I'll be more than happy to say, your names, but I don't know. Maybe you want to keep it anonymous when you sharing your coins, okay? And that goes for the ladies and the gentlemen because I have a lot of ladies supporting me via Cash App as well. Hola, mamis. All right, guys. So tonight's subject, and please, if you're just catching this, tune in tomorrow for Freaky Friday. You guys know how we do Freaky Friday every Friday. It gets freakier and freakier and freakier. Mañana, we're talking all about dicks. Yes, DIX. Okay. If you have a penis, or if you ever dealt with a penis, if you had one inside you, if you held one, if you beat one off, if you had one in your mouth, okay, if you looked at it, if you're uncircumcised or circumcised, if you're thinking about circumcision as an adult, because it does happen, okay, if you have prostate issues, if you have ED, erectile dysfunction, you're going to want to come up tomorrow. I'm going to be here with some ladies and we're going to discuss what we think about dicks. Yeah. Big ones, fat ones, short ones, weak ones, girth ones, ones with width, big ones, long ones, little heads, big heads. We're going to discuss all about dicks tomorrow on Freaky Friday. And you'll get to be a fly on the wall and hear women talk about what we really think about your dicks tomorrow. We're going to throw a little bit of ass in there too, okay? But that's the subject for tomorrow for Freaky Friday. So pull up. Every Friday is freaky, okay? We let our hair down or put our hair up or unclip our bras, and we let it all hang out, okay? We shoot straight from the hip. So tomorrow, fellas, you're going to want to tune in. Now, we're going to be talking a lot of jazz, but gentlemen, you are welcome, not only in the chat, but on the panel if you'd like to ask the ladies anything about your dicks, okay? That's tomorrow. That's Freaky Friday. Today, we're going to get into our topic. There's a guy going viral, all right? Fine as fuck, if I do say so myself. So tonight's topic is going to be, do good-looking jail inmates rank higher than free men in the dating market? Yep, I said that shit. I said it out loud. Do good-looking jail inmates rank higher than free men? Okay? So this gentleman here, this man right here, his name is Joshua, Josh for short. Hey, Josh. How are you, darling? This man right here is not only a jail inmate, but he is a lifer. Okay, got sentenced to life. Unfortunately for him, I didn't know, but you can date in jail. Yeah, I didn't know, but you can. You can date. There's a website. You can date an inmate in jail. He put his profile up, and all hell is breaking loose on the internet. The women have gone wild, okay? You guys remember Jeremy Meeks' first prison bay? How could we forget the first prison bay? Women went wild, okay? Again, I ask, do good-looking jail inmates rank higher than free men? I keep telling you, all these dating coaches who claim they're gonna make a man out of you and put you in a lane that you haven't been in before are bullshitting you. I keep telling you that. Women like a certain thing and they always will, and men like a certain thing and they always will. Stop letting these dating coaches and life coaches blow smoke up your ass. Okay? We all have a lane. And when we veer out, we crash. Some of us crash and burn. Some of us crash, burn, and become bitter forever. Okay? Jeremy Meeks, our first prison bae. He got out of prison, knocked up Chloe Green. Chloe Green is the daughter, okay, of Philip Green. Philip Green, the Top Shop mogul, who's worth $910 million. So Chloe Green is out in the world around other moguls, around la creme de la creme of men, rich men, well-to-do men, high-value men. What does she do? She cracks him for Jeremy Meeks, and all he did was have a prison mugshot. Okay? But these dating coaches that you all listen to you, okay, wait bated breath for their next stream, they're all telling you, hey, you can get out of that lane you're in. You can go get you a rich woman or a submissive woman or an attractive woman. No, sir. No, ma'am. Jeremy Meeks, prison bae, got out, knocked up, a very, very wealthy heir. Okay? She had her pick of the litter, right? Daddy, $900 million, had her pick of the litter. No. She wanted the ex-con. So are we seeing history repeat itself with Josh Nolan? Now, he is a lifer, but I got great news for whoever's interested. He's up for parole in 2031. Uh-oh. The ladies are going wild for the inmates. Now, the retort I'm seeing everywhere. Okay, you guys already hit me on the DMs and in the comments. Because women like thugs, that's why. Because women like thugs. Really? Is that it? Take your skates off, all right? I'm not going to let you skate around with those. Take your skates off, all right? Because we know a lot of thugs. If you come from where I come from, we know a lot of thugs. And a lot of those quote-unquote thugs can't just throw up their mugshot and have women go crazy. So you can't chalk this up to women just like thugs, okay? We're going to get into it. I'm going to drop the link. Tonight's going to be spicy. Some truths are going to be told. And you guys like the truth, right? That's what I keep hearing on social media. How about the truth? I follow him because he tell the truth. Well, now you follow me because I tell the truth. If you're here for the first time, welcome, darling. Buckle up. It gets bumpy here. You're here on a good night. I'll drop this link, get my people up here, and we're going to have this conversation because I'm not going to let y'all chalk it up to because women like thugs that way. No, not that simple. As we're going to find out tonight, not that simple. Drop the link. Let me get my people up here. Let's start this discussion. Okay? I know you guys are all wilding out in the chat already. Because women like thugs. Women don't like good men. That's why. We got to talk about it. Esta noche vamos a hablar. Okay? Vamos a hablar esta noche. So let's get it cracking. Let's get it cracking. Keep telling y'all. By the end of 2023, y'all gonna be calling me the godmother. A couple of you may tattoo my face on your leg. Y'all all claim y'all want the truth. I want the truth. You tell the truth. That's my problem. You tell the truth. All these dating coaches are blowing smoke up your hairy asses. All right? There is a fucking code. There are things that women like no matter what, just like there are things that men like no matter, well, I don't know, because you guys kind of like everything that's breathing. Anything over 98.6 degrees, y'all with it, but y'all a little different than us. Let's get this party started. History repeats itself. Hello, Haron DeMarco. You frozen already? Say something.
Am I? Let me go back and come back in. Back in.
Okay.
Am I good?
Haron is going to be right back. Haron's going to be right back. Yes, please listen to Necessary Evil. Hit that like button for me if you're lurking, darlings. Also, thank you to everyone who replied to my community section. I posted a picture of me celebrating my 4,000 subscribers. Can't do this without you. So I wanted to give you a little thank you and also some motivation so you guys could start your own channels. This is the future, whether we like it or not. So I suggest you throw a channel on the burner and just leave it simmering for when you need it. Never know when another pandemic is going to hit, your ass going to be ass out because you can't go to work. So at least you'll be here. Yeah. The beautiful and talented Lily from YB Limited. How are you, darling?
I'm good. You're looking extra beautiful today.
Thank you. Now, is that my mic? Is that my headphones? Maybe it was me, and I'm
because I don't hear anything bad.
You're not breaking up?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so then maybe it's me. Oh my God, and Haran left. Maybe it's me who had to leave and come back. Hold on.
Okay. Uh-oh. All right, I see you all in the chat. I see some of my people here. Hello, Courtney.
Yeah, they're popping off already. Haran?
What's popping? You can hear me now? We good?
Yes, I could hear you. That may have been me, but I could hear you great because you were kind of freezing. Lily, I thought you'd be proud of me today. I'm doing color.
I know the red looks like really good on you.
And
like
she
that's
showed
your
up
color.
in black. And Lily shows up in
and
black.
I show up in all black.
with the big hoops. And here's the thing. This is it's coming off as red. It is a hot pink.
Oh, it is? It's coming off red. Is it coming off red for you, Haran?
It's a hot pink.
No, it kind of looks like a hot pink.
Yeah, it's like a neon, hot, pinky type of thing. And let me tell you, Lily, I had to dig deep to find this shit.
That
okay,
is so funny.
I was like, well, I need something with color, something in here behind the blacks and the browns. There's something in here. I know there is. And poof, here it is. And I had brought a match to put under the lace.
The bra is giving life. Like everything is coming it's life. It's really like bringing out your skin tone, your undertones.
Thank you. Let me tell you, it is a joy to find a bra that matches a freaking lace shirt. It is a joy. It's not easy to do, guys. Okay, so let me get a round of applause, fellas. Can I get a little love in the chat?
If they only knew. Hey, George, are you coming up today, or what's the tea?
Hello, Damien. How are you, darling?
I am well. How are you guys doing?
I'm really good. Why you sound so loud? Why you sound louder than everybody else?
You know, I didn't turn my mic
early for that, man.
I'm only going to be for a little bit. I got something to do at about 8 o'clock.
Turn it down a little bit. Turn it down a little bit.
Okay. Let me get to the settings and look it up. I got you.
Turn it down a little bit. Because then if I turn, it's fucking.
Yeah, we good, man. You good? Man.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because if I turn you down, then I can't hear the other people.
All right, okay.
Can you say something, Damien?
Something, Damien.
You still a little loud. Okay.
I turned that even more. It's so good.
Hey,
blow up the spot.
All right, guys. I'm so glad y'all are here because I promise you, I've been laughing since Haran sent me this fucking story. I've been laughing. People have been laughing when they saw the thumbnail. I've been laughing since I saw the story because it is funny. It's funny. All right, guys, let's get into this. Do good-looking jail inmates rank higher than free men? Before y'all speak, let's take a look at this young man again. Okay.
We've seen him.
Okay.
I need to see him again.
All right, just to make sure.
Well, you had your glasses on. You gotta go get your
Research
glasses.
and development.
Yeah, and plus people are constantly walking in the room, so we gotta let them know what we talking about.
It's all good.
We gotta be thorough.
Yeah, right. Gotta make sure. So, as you guys know, that's the second prison bae that goes viral. The first one was Jeremy Meeks, and that boy, let me tell you, oh, was he candy for the eyes? That Jeremy Meeks, he was a lot of money. Anyway, I will refocus. Women are going wild in the comments, and I just want to quickly pull up. Let's go to I don't know who just threw that crazy picture in the group chat, but I'm gonna hurt you later.
What's the people saying?
That's what I want to pull up right now, just for shits and giggles.
Just you know what I mean. Code Red said that the woman that Jeremy Meeks ended up with was a 5. I was like, dog, you got to understand, dog. A 5 to a prison dude is a 9.
Nah, but he got out, and there was other bad chicks that were not daughters of almost billionaires.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, though. He got out, and that 5 was connected to $900 million. So
yes,
again,
sir.
That looks like a 9.
he went from a cot to a yacht.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So
in months.
He did it right to me. He did it right. He went and knocked off real quick. I'm like, yeah, that motherfucker would have got the bag. He would have got the bag.
But she dumped him but once she was done playing with him, she dumped him for another dude.
Yeah, I heard that.
But that's how it goes. It goes. Everyone got what they wanted out of the situation.
And it is what it is. You know, it's the game.
See, this is what I don't like though. How you know she dumped him?
Because she got caught cheating on him on another dude's boat, making out with another dude when they were supposed to be together.
Oh.
There was a picture of her kissing another dude on the boat.
What? He just said that she the one cheating.
Right, but how we don't know their personal ins and outs though.
I'm just saying she was caught cheating, man.
Now, who caught her? Did? But my question is, listen. I'm your favorite devil's advocate, and I'm gonna hold to that. Who knows if Jeremy caught her cheating? Did Jeremy say that? Was there an interview with Jeremy Meeks, and he said, "I caught her cheating"? You don't know if them people are polyamorous. You don't know if he was fucking around and she was fucking around. They're both in the business. He's a model. He's hot. We don't know. That's all I'm saying.
Hold on. He hasn't been in the business long enough to maneuver like that.
What? Lily, get in here.
Hold on. He was on the business for 5 minutes.
That's all it takes.
Lily, get in here. Really get in there. Before that lady, before Chloe Green got with him, he was walking runways already in Paris and in Italy. What are you talking about for a minute?
Yep. While he was hot, he did it, and then they kicked him off because really he's too short. He's only 6 foot tall. He's too short to do it professionally. It was a novelty thing.
He did it, but he did it professionally.
He's not too short. 6 feet is
not for men.
Yes, come on now. This is what I've been doing.
I'm sorry. My bad.
That's why I said, Lily, get in there.
I will defer to your professionalism. Your professionalism.
This is what I've done, like behind the scenes and in front of the camera and casting and all of that. And yes, he's right height. Because there is a such thing as too tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't even. He was like. But he was scrawny too. He was like 6 foot and scrawny. In that picture, it looks like he might be in shape. But when you see him in real life, he was a scrawny dude. He wasn't like.
But a lot of them are scrawny. A lot of them are androgynous looking.
Yeah, I hear you.
I think you're thinking about like a Tyson Beckford, like those days, but things are different now. So they're more slim, more androgynous looking, scrawny looking. Like yeah.
I guess I watched too much America's Next Top Model when they had the men come on.
Yeah, and not only that, but men don't have the longevity that women have. Like, we can name all the supermodels from back in the days. How many male models can we name aside from Tyson Beckford? I can't name any aside from Tyson Beckford. But the women, Christy Brinkley and Giselle Bundchen and, Tyra Banks, like, we could name the women forever. Naomi Campbell, but the men come and go, I notice.
Yeah, there's a million of them.
Women are the center of the modeling industry. That's
but let's get back to it. Basically, what it was he was with her one day, and then like 2 days later, paparazzi catch her tonguing up with another another rich dude on a boat, and then he suddenly moves out of her New York, whatever I don't know if it's LA or New York, her house. He moved out of her house shortly thereafter.
See, that's not what I read, though. You see how that works? You see how that works, Damien? You see how that works? What I read was it was an amicable split, and they both, the way they said it, of course it was her money, but they was like they both sold their apartment that they had together. That is what I read, right? And again, I say we don't know the ins and outs of that relationship. I will say this. He knocked her up. She liked him enough. She liked him enough to say, I want to carry your child. Okay.
Be a good-looking child. She was thinking what a lot of women think when they get with dudes like that. I'll have a good-looking kid. I'll raise the gene pool up because what we got going on ain't that tight. So let me add a little extra to the gene pool.
Let me add a little.
Yes, sir.
Let me add a little slap your mama to the recipe.
Let me throw some blue eyes in there.
Right.
She has green eyes, I think, green or blue.
I'm going to go ahead and say this right now and get this out the way.
Yes.
I'm embarrassed to say how much I know about this particular topic and like.
Oh shit.
So let me get that
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Let me say something real quick. Y'all are popping off in the chat. If you want me to notice you, attach it to a super chat. Time is money, people. You think I don't understand. Did I show up in a fucking bonnet? Did I show up in a bonnet and slippers? No, I did this for y'all. This cost money.
And got color.
Okay, I took it. I got color. I got the rouge on, Lily. I got no. I want to see a super chat. Shout out to the Radical Latino. The Radical Latino says what all guys are saying, right? Don't some women want to do with a rap sheet? So I'm not.
How long it was going to take?
So I'm not surprised some women want this dude. Here's the thing. Again, I say, like I said in the monologue, a lot of men have rap sheets. Y'all not going to skate out with that one. A lot of men have rap sheets. You know what a lot of men don't have, though? They don't have that body. They don't have that body. They don't have this face. So y'all are not going to skate off with, women just like men with rap sheets. No, sir. No, sir.
Y'all to take y'all asses to the gym, man. Y'all don't want to listen, man. Y'all just don't want to listen, man.
You know what? You know why women like dudes are in prison so much, and I'm going to tell you why.
Let's hear this. Tell the women why we like prison guys.
Here we go.
Please do.
Because number one, the vast majority of them are usually in really good shape. Like, the ones that are the ones who are really out there putting themselves out there trying to look for pen pals and support are usually the ones that are in good shape and decent looking. So a woman, and because I watched that show Love After Lockup. Usually these women are unattractive, very unattractive, or plain women who get the in their mind, exclusive attention from this really good-looking dude who ain't cheating on them because he can't go nowhere. It's like, you're writing me letters. You're telling me I'm beautiful. You telling me you want to marry you. You telling me you want to love you. The hottest dude I could have never got when out in the free world is look at me, sending me pictures of himself half naked, if not fully naked, and he's saying I'm the most beautiful thing in the world. That makes a woman feel amazing. So they eat that shit up with a spoon. They willing to put thousands on that fool's books just to keep the fantasy going. knowing how shit goes when they get out. But
thank you, Code Red. Well, here's the thing, Damien. Here's the thing. Women do that. Women do that with men that are free. Plenty free running around. Women do that all the time with men that are running around plenty free. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I want to first I want to say also that not everyone in prison is a thug. Okay. If we're using the definition of violent, aggressive person, especially a criminal, I have people close to me who went to prison because they were defending a family member, because they were protecting a family member. Not everyone in prison is a thug, okay? A lot of thugs in there, but not everyone in prison is a thug. And let me just throw this disclaimer out there. Thug is not race specific before you start, commenting about that shit, all right? Thank you for the super chat. The Radical Latino says, okay, I gotcha. Here's some for Jen. Let's be honest, though. 100% of dudes in jail don't look like ghosts from Power. Let's be real, though. Some women are delusional. So are women delusional? Okay, we can answer that. So I want to read his dating profile.
Oh yeah, I heard that. That shit's funny.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I'm the last one to get the memo on the dating profile.
You gotta read it. Is when he said I was a homebody. Like, nigga, you in jail.
Well, let me read it. Damn it.
Oh, that shit's hilarious.
Okay, his dating profile says, Josh is a 33-year-old Libra. Fun fact, all my long-term relationships have been with Libras, but I'll continue.
What's long-term for you, though?
10 years, 11 years, 13 years.
I forgot about those.
Josh is a 33-year-old Libra. Josh is looking for someone to talk to. Women only. He's a homebody who loves long walks in the yard. He likes to read and loves to work out. He enjoys writing letters and having conversations on the phone. If you're interested in him, hit him up, Joshua Nolan, Nebraska State Penitentiary, baby. Josh is.
Oh my God. You can insert any man in prison in that.
He didn't write that. People on the pen pal, what's called it? Those pen pal things are the biggest scam, because what they do is they get the dudes, they say, okay, they charge women to connect with them. And then they charge the dude, they give the dude a little bit of money. Like, yeah, we're going to put a little bit of money on your books for you. It's a big scam all the way around. That's crazy. Somebody wrote that shit for him.
All right. So I wanted to do this as well. I had to go digging and find it, okay? Let's look at the rap sheet. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Jen. All right.
So he is down for first-degree murder.
Yeah. Oh, sounds like a nice guy.
He'll be eligible for parole in the year 2031. It's not his first arrest, it's his second. Okay. So that is what he's in for. He also went in at the age of 20 years old. So he's been on lockdown since he was 20.
12 years.
Hello, No Saint. The cops just showed up.
I had to get up out of bed because I'm feeling I got like a little cold or something, so I was feeling a little bit bad.
Thank you some Zycam.
I was watching and I was like, "What is going on here?"
Yeah, take you some Zycam immediately.
No Saint pulled up. No Saint pulled up like the Popo. All right.
It's Scrapple. There's plenty of guys who are free who have abs, bro. It's not just you can't, it's not just dudes in prison, man. Just because you don't need to have a lot of time on your hands to go get in shape.
That is just bad judgment.
It is. I mean, like, if I had all, she basically said if I had all that time, I'd have abs too. Like, no.
So I heard that. No, listen, I heard that. A couple of people did send me that comment that he looks good because he has time to work out. And I was like, come on, people.
Listen, I would respect the girl if he went, or the woman that, wants to pick up on these, the guy you just read about, he's in for murder or whatever. If as much as they liked his body, they checked if he was getting his degree.
They don't care about that.
Don't nobody care about no damn degree. No,
So-
say get out of here.
If you do it right,
Bad judgment.
no, say,
What you're
why do
telling
you
me
care
is
about
this
the
is
degree? You can be
just
as
like
dumb
you
as a
say,
doorknob.
men, just like you say, men just put their dick anywhere. Women just throw it out there too. Basically,
Okay, listen,
Well, no.
Plenty of guys out there.
No.
Don't say it came out of his mouth.
No, he chose violence. No.
Listen. Before we move forward, I want to establish a few things before we move forward, man. So we can get the capping and the bullshit out the fucking way, because I can already tell this is gonna be, y'all gonna be full of shit for like a good 30 fucking 40 minutes. Look, listen. Let me explain something to you. Most of you would not last 20 minutes in the sales world, in the modeling world, in the acting world, in the music industry. You know why?
Yeah, I do.
Because they are extremely shallow, and they will tell you to your face, you're not tall enough, you don't look this great, you'll never sell, you're ugly, no one ever want you, you look like a man, you'll never get a job, blah, blah, blah. All the shit that you motherfuckers complain about, you know what I mean, that someone tweeted you, you know, like a year ago. Imagine someone saying this shit to you every single fucking day for years. To the point where it's just, you just block it out of your mind and just concentrate on doing whatever you have to do. But you know what? You know why they tell us these things? Because they know at the end of the day, the truth is that at the end of the day, all of you are fucking shallow. You'll respond to the fat asses. You'll respond to the big muscles. You'll respond to the hellified sales pitch that promises you the world. And you know damn well this shit can't fucking happen, but it sounds great, okay? And they know, everyone knows, you're not as smart as a lot of you think you are. They know that you'll fall for the banana in the tailpipe just as long as you think in your mind that you can have it. And this is the reason why the manosphere guys make so much fucking money off of you. This is the reasons why, you know what I mean, all these dudes constantly keep, you know what I mean, dragging y'all. Because at the end of the day, nigga, you want the hoes because the hoes look amazing. Brittany Renner that ass is fat. For real. And all the pick memes, they look plain, they can't dress, they're you know what I mean, they're overweight, they don't carry the weight well, you know what I mean? Yeah, they're smart, yeah, they're sweet, but they don't make your fucking dick hard. And you don't want to fuck them. So you're upset at the hoes, you know what I mean, the fact that they look like that, and you want the hoes to behave. But the hoes have options. The hoes are just as shallow as you. And with that, I'll end my rant.
Oh, wow.
Oh my.
Well, let's go ahead and pass the collection basket. You see the Cash App at the bottom of the screen.
Because come on, man. Y'all ain't gonna be out here lying, man. Stop lying to yourself. I'm gonna tell you something Jen told me. I didn't take offense to this shit. What did I say? I said I had an old photo of me. I think I was about 8% body fat at the time. I had an old photo, and in not so many words, she was basically saying that I need to get back to that.
I'm a real fucking friend, all right?
She in not so many words, she said I needed to get back to that. She didn't say I was ugly. She just said that, hey, you just looked amazing or whatever when you were 8% body fat. And you know what? I didn't take offense to that shit because I shit you not. When I was 8% body fat, I barely had to say things when I walked into the room. Okay? Shit is popping.
Okay, so let me return some flowers to Haran. We about to teach y'all something. Let me return some flowers to Haran, and here's why. Most men can't handle critique, even when it's for their benefit, because when Haran gets back to the picture I saw before, guess what? It doesn't benefit me unless he's in my circle, of course, but it benefits him. If I never see Haran again, right? It benefits him to be better. And he's very open to, you know, what do you think? Why are you saying that? And that's dope. That's how men should be. Iron sharpens iron. But are you that iron that can take the critique and the criticism, right? Are you? Because a lot of people like saying iron sharpens iron. Or is it iron and copper? Don't be copper around me. Hustler and Muscular, you have to cam up. How many times I gotta say this? You have to cam up.
And you need a light, man. You need a light because you always be someplace where it's like pitch black.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Saying witness protection. Like,
that's what I'm beginning to think because this is getting out of control.
No. Like, look, I mean, look at this panel. If you want, you gotta, we have a standard here. Get a light on you and come out from behind that avatar. It's 2023. Come on, new levels.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just wanted to say that you have to be open for that. People get offended too quickly. And if someone's critiquing me and it's something that's going to benefit me, or it's something I see that they do well at, I'm taking that fucking advice.
Right.
So you got to consider the source. If somebody's
of course.
you know, we can't take everybody else. Sometimes critique can be masking hate.
Oh yeah.
Consider the source. Like my dad always said, never take financial advice from somebody who makes less money.
Right.
Know?
Yeah.
Smart.
No, I mean that comes with age for a lot of us.
Yeah.
There's things that used to bother me sometimes. Because at a firehouse, it's a bunch of gossiping bitches, right? For the most part, a lot of gossip, and the shit used to bother me. And then I stopped letting it bother me because I'm like, you know what? Those people mean nothing to me. And it's not like it's a lot, but I was talking to a guy today, and he was in his first year, and he was saying how much when he first got here, he felt isolated, and some people told him some stuff, and I said, yeah, that'll go away. Don't worry. I said, first of all, nobody thinks that really, and don't let it bother you. But what I'm saying is this. It comes with age, and also knowing who you are, that helps a lot too. When you let somebody else define who you are by whatever they define you by, if it's true, then you know it. If it's not true, if you know yourself, then it doesn't bother you. Like,
that's right.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way I feel.
So let me ask you. No, Saint, you came out swinging. Can you reiterate?
No, I was just saying. You're saying the guy with the teardrop that was in the news a few years ago that all the women were going crazy over.
Oh wait! I'll help you.
Right. Yeah.
We need to.
And I don't know what he did. Now, I don't even remember what he did.
His was like a gunshot. He was in a gang.
Oh,
here was this guy, Jeremy Meeks.
Yeah. He's a good-looking guy. But you know what? Those aren't like you can find those in California on the beach, and they don't have a criminal record.
But like I said,
it's a captive. You have a captive audience.
And not just that way, not just that. Well, yeah, the captive audience. But what happens when he what? Is that it? They just use them for a cat? Does he have conjugal visits or something?
No. When he gets out, he goes and gets with the chick.
Right.
The hot topics.
And then possibly beats the crap out of her because he's a violent person.
Well, he's not violent. He that wasn't his thing.
He was in a gang.
See, you're stereotyping.
Yeah.
You're stereotyping.
You said he was in a gang.
I didn't say that.
That don't mean women hit dudes.
Right.
I know a lot of dudes who hit dudes and don't hit women.
Yeah. All right. And what stops him from hitting her?
It always comes out.
What happens if he hits if she cheats on him? You don't think he might swing? I mean, he might not.
Well, according to Dame, she cheated on him, and he didn't. You're stereotyping. You're stereotyping, no Saint.
That dude ain't swinging on nobody. I don't look at it in his eyes, man. That dude ain't swinging on it.
Now he's playing colorism because he's light. I'm
not playing colorism, not at all. I didn't say light skin. Dudes can't fight.
And he was in one of those fake ass games. He wasn't in a real game. He wasn't.
Exactly.
All I'm saying is, you may get away with it. You fishing in the prison, you might get got. Just like Jen said about the guy who went over to China, or the guy going to Brazil. You playing around. The people that go to Colombia that get
you apples and oranges, baby. Apples and oranges. This man is not. No, this man does not have to be a passport bro. This man does not have to be a passport bro.
Not passport,
which is another great.
Yeah.
I'm saying they have options, right?
Evidently.
The other thing is
no say feeling the ways.
The running joke in Atlanta is so all the prison guys get out of prison and they get let off downtown by the Greyhound, right? And
Graham's always in a bad part of town.
well, yeah, that's
the only one. That's the
That's
only one that goes slow
true.
up.
That's
you know
true.
what I'm saying? And
The
like,
women know where they at.
and the women know where they at. They right there waiting for him. Come on home, daddy. Come on home.
Seriously.
I just want to respond to Black Republican real quick. He says, Haran, when he in jail, he not working. When you not in jail, you have to work hard to survive. Wake up. Okay, let me answer this question real quick, bro. I know exactly what you're saying. Like, look, bro, most people that I know who make six figures and up, most of those guys are in incredible shape.
Dude.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, they are in incredible shape. And these dudes, if you're making that kind of money and more, you most likely do have, you know what I mean, a lot of things on your plate. It takes 30 minutes to do a series of full body calisthenics. Okay? It takes 30 minutes to actually get in shape. I don't know where you know fuckers keep, you know what I mean, coming with this idea that you have no time in the world to actually even get in decent shape. Like, I don't understand. Like, what, do you think it takes like 3 hours a day for you to get in shape? You know what I mean? And of course, you know, genetics play a role and so on and so forth. But I'm just hearing a lot of excuses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just hear a lot of excuses.
Give up a little scrolling, give up a few minutes of social media, give up a few minutes of whatever you're watching.
Yeah.
Give up some of the something.
Dudes have seen too many prison movies where they feel like everybody gotta be buff in order to get. Prison ain't like that. Don't get me wrong. I would never go to prison. I would never, just because of the fact I don't have freedom of movement. But it's a simple fact that it's just one of those things. It's not like that everybody ain't don't have to be buff just to not get. There's no, like, yes, there's booty bandits and shit like that, but that's rare. A lot of people just go into jail, they do their time, they get the fuck out. It's not a fight to survive. It ain't the Thunderdome every 5 minutes. It's like, you know, people be cooking and like you can see it on TikTok. People can be cooking and sewing clothes, and
it all depends.
Niggas be doing each other's hair.
Yeah, that's true. It all depends on which security prison you go to.
Well, federal and state are different.
Well, no, not just that. You have minimum, maximum, medium, so that also plays a role. Don't ask me how I know all these things, but I got a feeling by the time this show is over, you're gonna find out.
I mean, yeah.
Like I said, I don't want to. Like I said, Lily, I don't want to hear your stories, man.
You know, Lily,
somebody might take your shit, and then you just gotta get some more shit.
I lost count of how many times I've been to Rikers, man. You got to visit the people. You got to visit the folks.
You visit the folks every now and then.
You got to visit the folks. You got to support the folks. Okay. So 2009, I'm sorry, we a bunch of thugs, no saying, okay?
I'm just saying.
I'm sorry,
They better send me some money. I'm not accepting their calls on the other line.
You're not going to accept my call, no saying.
Maybe you.
Okay.
So he's been locked up since 2009. He was 19 years old. Let's hear from Hustler and Muscular in the Dark, messing up my aesthetic. What say you, sir, in the dark?
And you have a echo.
Is that better?
There's an echo. Yeah, that's better. You see everybody else lit up. You coming in here in the dark.
Well, is it my fault I had to go to the gym and get a workout in, ma'am?
No, it's your fault that's when you called.
Somebody has turned off the show.
There's an echo.
Mute it. There you go.
Testing.
It's not on my side, but okay.
Everybody mute your mic, and then we'll see who it is. Testing. Unmute your mic, Hustler and Muscular. Testing. It is you.
God damn. Okay, be right back.
Okay.
Black Republican. Yeah. The reason why when he came out of jail and had muscles, and within a year he had no muscles, is because you're right. He didn't keep up with his routine of going to the gym. It's kind of like what happens. If you stop going to the gym, you're gonna get out of shape, bro. I don't know where your logic is right now. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, but yeah, it's the other thing is when people get out, The other part is a lot of people go in with habits, like drug habits and things like that. But everybody's a kingpin in there, right? Everyone's a kingpin, but most people go in with drug habits, and when they get out, they pick up right where they left off, and then all the weight falls off. So,
yeah. What you got, hustler and muscular?
How you doing, Jen? Welcome back.
We good. Still sounds like there's an echo.
That's not me.
It's you.
Oh, how about now?
Testing. You good now?
All right. Now, does it say good-looking inmates rank higher than free men? From what I'm seeing and what I've been hearing, I'm gonna say yes, they are. I mean, the free men are above them as far as economic and financial stats, but in the dating market, yep, they basically got the free man beat, because for whatever weird reason, women want the guys that did time in jail because they're attractive, while they turn down the average looking dudes who may be, I don't know, in the same TikTok shape, but they're more financially stable. And this kind of stuff here is nothing new. After reading that man's letter, let me ask y'all this. After reading that man's letter, how much you want to bet that if he didn't write down he was in the Nebraska State Penitentiary, not one female would have said anything to him? They wouldn't hit him up or nothing. Not one of them would have said anything. I'm pretty sure of that.
Nah, that's cap right there, homie. That's cap right there, homie. That man could have literally said that I was in the pits of hell.
Maybe wait a minute. Maybe you need to see him again.
Right.
Maybe you need to see him again.
Like Karan said, he could have said he was in the pits of hell. They'd be like, "Can you get visits?"
Exactly. Well, Jesus owed me a favor. Maybe I can get down there next week.
And make it back.
Yo, nah, man. They got nothing to do with jail, man.
They would have replied, "What's up, Mr. T? You getting it together over there?"
Mr. T, my British brother.
Is he on mute? I think he's on mute.
I love
Mr. T.
I love Mr. T time.
He just came in.
It's tea time. 10 minutes now.
No, you can't, Haran. No, you can't, Haran.
This motherfucker about to go.
No. He knows not to be long-winded. I know he comes up here all Harry Potter and shit. I don't need to read. Give me the clip notes.
Unmute yourself first before you start talking, man. You can't wait.
Give me the cliff notes, Mr. T. The cliff notes.
What's
Can't hear you.
Man, I can't hear you, man.
H&M, were you done?
I think the youth on the opposite side of the screen.
Go ahead, continue. We here for it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot what. Okay, I was gonna say this kind of BS here is really nothing new. It's bad enough you got regular women that want to be with these prison inmates because they look good, but I've heard it from the other side of the spectrum, because I've been hearing stories about these female correctional officers and police officers having one-night flings with the male inmates. You know, it's bad enough when you got regular women doing stuff like this, but when I see women supposed to uphold the law doing shit like this, it's like the world has gone fucking mad.
I saw that nasty 60-year-old woman that was raping that dude in prison.
Remember, there was one where 4 correctional officers got pregnant by the same dude in prison.
Yes, so you already know this kind of stuff happens. You got these these women in the correctional facility and law enforcement also trying to get with the same bad boys and thugs they're supposed to lock up and eventually supervise. It's mind-boggling. It's nonsense.
Okay, well, let me explain.
They're winning as far as the dating market. That's all I can say. They're winning in the dating market, but they're losing in the economic market. Whatever the fuck. I digress. Carry on.
Let me explain to you the logic behind the guards. Not making it right, but let me explain the logic, because I always have to know the psychology behind shit. So most of these prisons in all 50 states are usually tucked in the middle of, like, center of the state, right? Mm-hmm. There's nothing around. So 9.5 times out of 10, the prison is the number one main employer of that area, for like a big wide piece of the area, right? It's always in the most rural part of the state. Now, with that being said, most of the people who work there is probably going to be like no more than 5 families. They're going to be like 5 last names. So there's only about 20 good people in town. Okay. So the dating pool is very, very, very small. And I guess they get desperate. And they see all these fine, muscular men that they got to be around all day. And Jim Bob over here, they got to look at Jim Bob over here. That's probably her cousin, right? They end up falling prey. And then these men are very, 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 they study the guards, right? That's all. They have nothing but time. So they study them and they know what to say. They play to their loneliness. They know that.
What is that? Whose music is that?
Who's playing the guitar?
Right.
What the hell?
Or trying.
Did somebody get a banjo?
Okay.
I'm like, what the hell is going on?
It sounded a little country to me. It sounded a little banjo-y, dual banjo.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much what you're getting. So that's pretty much what that is. Like, that's why you see guards literally fighting over men in prison, because there are no men in town.
I will say this though, Lily. I will say this. Some of those women that got impregnated, because it's happened more than once in different prisons, some of them were in good old New York City. And in New York City, ain't no lack of men running around.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just trying to, take up for the ones in rural America. Now, the ones in New York, you ain't got no damn excuse. Girl, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
There's a lack of men that'll give women like them attention. That's what it is. There's just like that dude would have no problem if there's a female guard in his vicinity. She gonna
wait. What dude? Him?
This dude. People think he's not getting any. If there's female guards in his vicinity, they own him because they could not get a dude like that in the real world, and he is accommodated because he is in a position where he has no other options. Because that too. If you ain't had none in 2 years, looks like a 10.
Okay, but let me say this though. Let me say this though.
Jail card hose.
Let me say this though. Like, the women who are out and free and look good are on him too.
But they not on him like the other ones. They just on him on some. They may, but I doubt there's more plainer looking chicks put.
I mean, I've seen some females.
Well, I mean, but that's the human dynamic. It's like, I walk down the street, there's more duds hollering.
For a lot of female CEOs I've seen, I mean, they wouldn't be hitting Lily up for a modeling gig.
Exactly.
Let's just call it what it is, man.
And most of them in like the deep south, like all of them pretty much chew tobacco.
So
the fuck.
No tea.
Let me ask this, right? Going back to, because we, it's like we're in this world, so we have to incorporate, talking points from the manosphere and the red pill and all that shit, right? The passport bros, etc. It's etc. People. It's not etc. You spell etc. as et, not ec. Sorry, it's annoying to me. Anyway, moving on.
I might have been saying that like that for 41 years. But
yeah, everybody does. So here's the thing. When we hear, and we hear it often, when we hear the talking points of the passport bro, they have to leave because they can't find a woman here who's submissive and fit and friendly, blah, blah, blah. And these men pop up who are in prison for violent crimes. I mean, murder 1, life in prison. And women are throwing themselves at this man, and not just the Ugg mugs who wear correction officer uniforms. A lot of them girls in those comments are pretty girls who have their own careers. So make it make sense to me. Somebody make it make sense to me that that men in this country who are free as a bird have to flee the country to get booty. And this man just pops up. He just pops up in a prison picture, hasn't said a word.
Jen likes him, Jen, do you like him?
Listen.
Jen didn't love you,
Listen, he hasn't said a word. Listen, Jeremy Meeks, same thing. All he did was pop up. He didn't say a word. We didn't even know what his voice sounded like. Wait a minute. We didn't know what his voice sounded like. We didn't know his height. We don't know this guy's height. Okay? We have no idea who these people are from nowhere. All they had to do was show a picture, and women are throwing their panties. How do you rationalize a passport bro? I gotta leave because you can't get a woman in this state. Please make it make sense.
I'll make it make sense real quick. Number one,
you got Damien sense. You ain't got sense.
I got okay, which is the best sense.
Continue.
Dynamic, realistic, most well thought out sense. All right.
Continue.
So, am I lying? You let me know after I say am I lying.
We gonna check it. We'll see.
In those situations, they don't have the ability to control the relationship dynamic like they do with this cat. They are in control of the situation. In their mind, they are. In their reality, they know where he is. They know they ain't fucking nobody else.
Maybe.
They know that he's sending them pictures. They're getting the affirmation that they're getting. He's calling them all the time, telling them he loves them. They are getting the affirmation. They control the dynamic. In these other situations, men aren't in control of the dynamic. They want to control the dynamic, so they feel like they got to go someplace else to get to where they control the relationship dynamic. Women go to dudes like Jeremy Meeks and this cat because they are in their mind, they are in control of how shit flows in that relationship.
No.
Because
fighter complex. You got some pushback?
Yeah.
That woman wants that dude.
I got some pushback. Listen.
Okay.
It goes to show that looks matters. Like it does. I'm sorry. Like
yeah, it does.
We have the looks matter. You know, you have to use whatever you have in this life, right? Is it the money, your charisma, you funny, you got big, you know what I mean? You look good, it opens doors for you.
But that ain't what she's talking about. She's talking about why dudes in jail. Because there's dudes that look that's out of jail.
Right. Women are thirsty. Women want sex.
Oh, you tried it.
Women are thirsty. They want it too.
You realize you're not pushing back. You realize you just making
right.
Exactly. Basically,
Wait a minute. But let's not veer off too much. I said, why do those men, those passport bros, why can't they get women to fall all over them right here? That's what I'm talking about. Not that they want control.
They don't look like that. They don't fucking look like that. Now, for instance,
the excitement factor. That's what it is.
I love it.
Let's just call it what it is. Look at Derek Jackson. Derek Jackson is a prime example of, okay, he would be considered a good guy. Let's just talk about his brand. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He's the kind of guy that women claim that they want around them. Now, that kind of guy, most of the passport bros claim themselves to be, to a T. Problem is, they don't look like Derek Jackson. That's just what it is, man. You can't beat biology in life, man. It's just what it is. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. You know, you know, some people have certain attributes more than others. Some people don't. Now, with that being said, I would like to basically state the 12 psychological reasons why some women love talking to murderers in prison. As said by Dr. Tyra Bates Duford, a woman. Okay, number one, they have a fascination or attraction to the murderer's media attention. Many serial killers, especially those who have committed violent crimes that include a high media attention, tend to attract attention from women. Experts believe that some women's motives may include the desire for fame by proxy or association.
So groupies. Okay.
Yeah.
Another one.
Charles Manson.
Number two. They believe that they can rehabilitate the killer and tame the savage beast. Many mental health professionals.
Let him get through the list. It's 12.
Many mental health professionals believe that women who love talking to and engaging with serial killers and murderers are fulfilling an unmet need. Some theorize that these women feel they can tame the savage beast or see beyond the exterior to a person who's just a product of their environment. Number three, they see the innocent child that the killer once was. Joyce Mitchell, a prison employee, helped two convicted murderers, Richard Matt and David Sweat, escape the prison where she worked. Mitchell insisted that there was more to the men than their convictions and that they weren't monsters. She also informed officials when they learned of her involvement in Matt and Sweat's escape that Matt made her feel special. Made her feel like no one else ever had. According to Mitchell, Matt wasn't the cold-blooded murderer he was portrayed to be in the media. Number 4, they trust the murderer not to cheat, as they know where he is at all times.
Captive audience.
Oscar Day Boylan Jr., a serial killer convicted of raping and murdering 3 young women in separate incidents in the Tampa Bay area in 1986, married his public defender, Rosalie Martinez. Martinez was once married to an attorney and had 4 children. However, after she met Boylan, he was on death row. In 1995, she left her husband for him. Martinez and Boylan married that same year over the phone.
That was if I remember right, that was a bad crime
Number
too.
5,
Like,
they don't have the demands of a traditional relationship. There's no checking in or accountability when your partner's in prison. Ted Bundy, an American serial killer and rapist, was one of the most notorious criminals of the late 20th century, known to have killed at least 36 women in the 1970s. Considering the heinous crimes he committed against women, one would assume that women would be scared of him, or at least not inclined to be attracted to him. You would be wrong. Carol Ann Boone became Ted Bundy's girlfriend while he went through his legal proceedings in Florida. She took every opportunity to describe how he was being unfairly railroaded. Number 6.
Well, let me just say something to that. Let me say something to that.
Let him get through because it's 12. Write your notes. Write your notes.
Let me finish.
My bad.
Number 6. They have a fascination or infatuation with killers. Everyone is a fan of something or someone that fascinates us. But sometimes it's taken to the next level. Just like people who claim to be in love with certain celebrities, some people fall in love with serial killers. Number 7, they have low self-esteem. Women who are drawn to murderers typically struggle with low self-esteem and self-doubt. There's no need to be seen and acknowledged when there are fears or suspicions of being unseen, not good enough, or unworthy. Some theorists suggest that the attraction of notorious serial killers offers some women the thrill of fame. There's also the aspect of being attracted to danger and the bad boy. Number 8, they're naturally drawn to dominant men. Primate research suggests that females prefer the larger, louder, more aggressive males who show clear markers of their maleness and dominance. Number 9, they have a difficulty finding and securing love in normal ways. Some women are driven by unconscious forces to fix or save a criminal from their flaws due to an unconscious way of dealing with childhood emotional wounds within themselves. Number 10, we're closing in, folks. They are love avoidant or sexually challenged. Due to the fact that they can't fulfill certain needs in a relationship, they choose to seek romantic relationships that cannot be consummated. Restrictions of physical contact in prison seem to unintentionally contribute to even more intense previous unmet intimacy. Number 11, they believe their love can transform the murderer. From aggressive, cruel, and cunning, they become a caring and passionate person. Women who find themselves falling in love with a murderer often make significant sacrifices. They put money in their commissary, write multiple letters professing their love, and sometimes sit for hours every week to await the brief face-to-face visit in prison. These women may even sacrifice their careers, families, friends, or current romantic relationships to be near who they perceive to be their soulmate. And number 12, the final one, they are attracted or erotically stimulated by dangerous individuals. This is called hibistrophilia, and the offender doesn't need to be physically attractive to land a potential mate. For example, Henry Lee Lucas, the one-eyed drifter who confessed to hundreds of murders across the nation, but later recanted, and several female admirers after his conviction. Despite his supposed sexual relationship with grifter Otis Toole, he was apparently still compelling as a mate. One married woman even devised the plot to free him by posing as his supposedly murdered girlfriend, a girl that Lucas had confessed to strangling and cutting into pieces. whatever the psychological dynamic, the most dangerous males in a prison, if also mediagenic, will likely draw women who hope to become their mate or partner. And that is it.
Wow.
Interesting.
Some
Did
of
you
it
put
was
that in the group
redundant.
chat so that we can go back for reference throughout the show? Because
Yes.
that's very
I'm
interesting.
gonna put the link in the chat.
Some of it was redundant.
Yeah, because they did say the same thing like 4 times.
Yeah, they were just like, she
Yeah.
wants to save him. She wants to save him. She wants to save him.
Which is somebody in the chat said that women's nurturing nature.
Mm-hmm.
And
like I was gonna say about that whole Ted Bundy thing, it was like
Yeah.
they had a hard time finding women for the jury because so many were saying he's too handsome to be a killer.
Yeah.
I don't believe
and
it.
not just handsome, he was very charming,
charismatic, right?
He had the people laughing. He would. It was ridiculous how charismatic.
he was a
and charming he was.
manipulator, like in psychopath.
I did want to add something. I don't know what number it was on the list. I didn't get the number, but they one of them said women like men who are loud and so do men. That is why Kevin Samuels rose to fame. That is why Andrew Tate rose to fame. That's why people suck on Trump, because they are obnoxious and loud and rude. And when they walk in the room, they're the loudest one in there. And men love that shit. They love those type of men because men follow them in droves. So it's not just women, apparently. It's also men who like those type of men. I digress.
Men who have no ability to be in that position like that. The quiet ones, like the real dudes who are that guy, that's him Duncan, him Jones. They move quietly and they just sit there and watch that shit while they eat their popcorn from high. The real men who they don't sit there and be like and suck the dick of loud, obnoxious dude.
Well, then that's the majority. That's the majority of men then.
No, I agree. No. I think if I understand him right, he's saying the real alpha males don't have to sit there and yell and scream, and the guys that are not the alphas will fall in line because they're looking up to him instead of the douchebag that's coming in.
Okay, that's for the science. That's for the science, right, into it. But I'm saying that men are attracted in droves to men that act like that. Now, whether or not that Andrew Tate is faking, whether or not Trump is really insecure, whether or not Kevin Samuels is really ugly, it doesn't matter, because droves of men are attracted to men who are obnoxious and loud. Okay, the big dog in the room is the most attractive to men. Now, the quiet guy in the room may be the one with the most power, but men don't care. They like the loudest asshole in the room.
There's a reason behind that, because they have a very distorted concept of boldness. You know, masculinity a lot of times is seen as loud and crass and so on and so forth. No, boldness is is seen through actions. You don't have to say a fucking thing, but if you make a series of bold actions and you win, you will have respect, because at the end of the day you won. Now if you're loud and you're off the wall and so on and so forth, you know what I mean? Yeah, it is what it is, but at the end of the day, dudes like that, I always ask, where's your resume?
Yeah, I would say I would have to disagree. I would have to disagree. I competed for many years in sports, and a lot of the best.
What sport?
Boxing.
Okay, let's hear it.
So a lot of my partners, my teammates, they were very loud and cocky, and everyone had different personalities. You might have this one guy who's a silent killer. He doesn't speak at all, but he would whip your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Versus you have the guy who he's the fastest in the gym, he's the fastest in Pine State, and he talks shit. And between the talking shit, hitting you, you felt that, huh? He's talking shit. And
I can understand in that sport, in that world, that makes sense. But I'm speaking more so to terms of people who actually control industry, to control the world. You know what I mean? Like the dudes I know. One second, Dame. The dudes that I know that work like real money. They don't talk. They just sign papers. They move. You don't even know them. You never even heard of them. And these motherfuckers got real bread. You know what I mean? And these dudes are in many ways could be seen as the pinnacle of masculinity that many people claim to try to attain in life.
Yeah,
but I understand what he's saying, though. I understand
it's ambiguous. It's very ambiguous.
A lot of loudmouths don't have to prove the shit that they talk about. If they're loud enough, people just inherently just think they are who they say they are.
But I want to.
Smart, and I say it all the time.
You have to prove who the fuck you are. In any sport, basketball, if you said I can dunk on everybody, you got to be able to dunk.
But I want to play on that.
Physical.
I want to say, because Jen says everybody's rooting for the loudmouth, and let's just go to MMA. Brock Lesnar was a jerk, and everybody was rooting for him to get his ass beaten. He was a huge fucking bitch.
Yeah, but then there's Tyson.
His ass whipped.
Right, but then there's Tyson, and then there's Mayweather, who were also loudmouths, and everybody loved them, worshipped those two. I'm not a fan of Mayweather. Yeah. Yes, Mayweather. No, you don't think Mayweather used to talk shit?
He does.
He talks shit, but more people wanted to see him get his ass kicked than they wanted to see him win.
Yeah.
So then why does TMT paraphernalia fucking sell out?
Because
why is everybody running around in TMT hats and TMT t-shirts? Because they love that motherfucker. They love him.
They love greatness. That's what they love. But they don't necessarily love it to that shit in, because, like I said, if he was boxing today and he sold 100 million pay-per-views, 70% of those people want to see him get his ass kicked.
Well, here's the thing. They love greatness. His obnoxious character is part of that greatness.
Right.
You can't separate it. You can't separate it.
And I'm going to bring in fake. I'm going to bring in fake sports. But most people that watched wrestling back in the day hated the fucking obnoxious guys. Hated them when they thought it was real back in the day.
But they love to hate them, though. That's the thing,
right?
They, just like some of the people that be in our chat, they love to hate us. So that exists as well.
But when I'm talking about, but specifically when I'm talking about the Andrew Tates and the Kevin Samuels, and they don't love to hate those men. They literally love those men. That's why they're getting tatted. That's why they get their fucking merchandise.
They want to be them.
Be them, love them, suck them. They still admire men. Whatever you want to paint, they still admire those men. It doesn't matter. They want to beat them, love them, suck them. They only wear their t-shirts. They only watch them on Tuesdays. The point is that Andrew Tate is the loudest asshole in the room, and he makes dicks hard. It is not just women that are after those men. It is also men. Go in a room and say something bad about Andrew Tate in a room full of men.
I mean, Black Republican over here sucking Andrew Tate.
Okay, go in a room of black men and say something wrong about Kevin Samuels. It's not just going to be a bunch of men and it's like, oh, I only like him on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and I want to be him. They will take your head off. They will take your head off.
That's a cult.
Because they admire those men. They admire those men. They worship those men. No different than Trump. He had people running up in there January 6th.
It's a cult personality. That's all it is.
And Trump was he was hiding out like, I ain't sending him in there.
Right.
I was like, he was like, I ain't sending him in there. I just said they should take back the vote.
But that's true. The loud men are winning these days. Like the loud men, like it's
and
so
quick.
Like, and you know, I was watching that interview that's been going viral with Jay Prince.
I saw that.
Right? And I'm like, damn, when did so-called gangsters start talking so much? Like, this is
Since the internet.
Like, the worst thing that has happened to our OGs is social media. Period.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like 100. He's too, I don't like him at
all. Who?
When we were, go ahead.
Oh, he's the worst. He's the worst.
Who?
Whack 100. Whack
100. Ridiculous.
Just a ridiculous clout chaser.
Clout chaser.
A child. He is a man child.
Yes. But he's like the king of what is it, Clubhouse. And it's like,
I remember coming up. Sorry. Go ahead, please.
No, I'm just thinking about all the minions he has on Clubhouse. It's insane.
I remember coming up. I think I maybe heard Jay Prince talk twice.
Right.
Like when we were coming up, when we were younger, Jen didn't even know who the fuck this dude was. That's how it was. That's how.
I gotta jump off real quick. I'm gonna jump back on. I gotta jump off real quick. And Mr. J Prince, you ain't here from Dan because I'm gonna be in Houston tomorrow. Dan got nothing but love for J Prince.
I understand. I understand, Dan.
I'm gonna be.
I understand, Dan.
Because he got folks. He's got Houston locked down.
I'm not saying he don't.
You can't go.
I'm not saying he don't.
That city is a J Prince city, and
I'm not saying he don't. I'm just saying he talks a lot.
I got you back. All right, I'll jump off for a minute. I'll be back in a little while.
Okay.
Funny guy.
Yeah, like you said, we didn't hear Jay Prince talk ever his reputation spoke for him.
Yeah, he didn't
and
really
I was
talk.
used. Those are the men that I'm used to, is men whose other people are going to talk for him and tell you about him. Now it's so crazy how people just go and like these are open cases, and they like, and then I was over there, and then
they pulling out paperwork. They pulling out paperwork and telling people to read paperwork. Like what is going on?
Like secretly recording people now, like just the craziest stuff you see. I'm like, oh my god.
It's the need. It's that need and desire, that need for the attention and people to come and look at you and talk about you. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I knew it was over when Birdman was like, "Is we finished or is we done?" Once he became a meme, okay, and he was supposed to be a tough guy, I said, "Oh, that's it. That's it. That is it." Because Jay Prince, as much, and I didn't know about him. Haran and I spoke about him behind the scenes, but I think it's cool that I don't know about certain people, so I can just watch them in real time and just observe them in real time. Like, let me just look at this man. I don't know his reputation. I don't know what rap records he got. I have no idea. I'm just looking at a man who's of a decent age, right? Acting like a child in a room with people half his age, with men half his age. And I think that is whack.
Right?
That's all. And that's without me knowing his reputation, who he killed, if he's a rapper. I have no idea. Just looking at him, I would say from the outside looking in, why is this man sitting there talking about court cases and people better be careful how they talk about him, and he's going to have to X, Y, and Z. And he's in a room with men half his age. Who are the fucking elders? I did a show about that. Where are the leaders? Where are the elders? If you're acting like a knucklehead at 65 years old, what do you expect these kids to do?
Right. It's sick. It's really sick. I don't know who these kids have to look up to, because the only people who are getting any type of shine and any type of play is the loud, ignorant ones.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Like people who making any sense. And then the other thing is, we talk about this a lot. It's about what you have and what you're connected to for the young people to listen to you. So you can make all the sense of the world, but if you don't have a Bugatti, then they're not going to listen to you. You know.
Exactly.
I want to pass the mic. Hustler, Muscular, you've been sitting there a minute. You want to challenge anything?
Just want to answer your original question. You said that why are men going overseas to find women when there are men out here in the United States going after guys that are in jail? If guys in jail can get women, why can't average men get them?
Yeah, that was the question.
I look at it like this. Because to me, it speaks more volume to the kind of women we're dealing with here in the West, and way more and way less so to the men that are trying to attract these women. Because any woman that's attracted to a dude that did time in jail for murder or whatever, that says more about her and less about the other men, and less about the men that she should be trying to get with. So why should a man?
Jen loves him, you know.
Are you sure?
Why wouldn't a man want to go overseas to where it's all about traditionalism, to where the women out there are probably not even checking for guys like this? These guys are not even on their fucking radar because they were taught what a man's love truly is from their traditional minded fathers and mothers.
I gotta jump in here.
You do know they're destitute.
You had me until that.
You do know they're destitute and don't have options.
I've got to jump in here. I've got to jump in. If the thing is, I'll be quick.
They don't go to countries where women are not destitute. They go to countries where women are destitute and don't have any options. 9 times out of 10, they're not going over for traditional values in marriage. They're going over to fuck and pay $40 because US dollars go a lot further. And then when they bring their ass back over here and they do have options, right? They're no longer destitute. They do have options and they learn about our laws. Then they're like, oh, thanks for getting me over here. Thanks for the visa.
You know what's real funny?
And I'm gonna take half. Thank you.
Okay, that
you know what's real funny? You know where they can also go? They can go to Africa. They can go to the UK.
But they don't.
You can go to the UK.
Thank you. Thank you. That's the best part.
Exactly.
You go to Haiti.
Thank you.
You can go to Haiti.
Thank you. They don't come here, do they? Salute. Magic sense.
Why do you go to DR? Why do you go to all those specific places?
Exactly.
Let's tell the truth and shame the devil.
Exactly.
Hey, nobody shame me.
Oh yeah. Leave Jen alone.
It's
Leave her
funny.
alone.
Leave this devil alone.
Can I jump in quick? Can I jump in? Can I jump in, please?
Jump in.
That guy,
Time with Tony.
the big boy. Look, my man, the pink fur t-shirt is talking sense. I've got guys right now, yeah. 2 of them are in Thailand, yeah, and the same thing, the same discussion. And it's like, I'm thinking, hold on a second, bro. Why don't you go to Kenya? Why don't you go to Ghana? You know why? Because a lot of those women, it's still competitive over there. Because if you're a hot black Ghanaian woman with the body and the curves, you know, it's not that easy. You know what I mean? And you know, you're right. It's a power thing. Because you know, we've had this talk on there before on this same show with Jen, and it got heated. I remember. And what it is they're going over there, and it's like a simp kind of thing. You know what I mean? As we call it, simp. They're trying to go over there, and then, you know, I'm the man. Look at me. I'm trying to save you. Come back to UK. Come back to the States. Listen, that game's played out now. And the worst thing is that women are catching on. So those guys got to be careful. They got to be careful now because it's different now. And listen, a lot of things are going on. So anyway, I've got a lot to say, man. But you guys carry on. I'm here. Oh,
the women are catching
the prison
on, and so
thing.
is the government.
It ain't going away though.
No,
it really is not going away.
No, they just need to shut up and just go and do it. Continue to do it, but just shut up. That's all.
And I want to say that there's something too, like if you're in the United States and you got a girlfriend, and then you get engaged. Usually that could draw out a year or 2. That girl's got a lot of time to change your mind. You go over on a 90-day fiance pass. You got 90 days to pull the trigger. You got 90 days. Or if they come here, they got 90 days to figure out and it's really not enough time because the dream of someone who's in destitute is, well, shit, don't have dirt floors. I'm good.
Right.
They got some food in the fridge. Yeah, I'm good.
You moved to the projects, they done came up.
And I just want to say this.
This is free.
But you know the scary thing? You know the scary thing they're doing now? This is real game now, yeah? What they do now is, if you're a Thai woman from Thailand, what they do now is, you meet the man over there, say she meets me, whatever. It's not a money thing anymore. Well, it is a money thing, but it isn't, because they're smart. What they do now is, meet you, you come back to their hotel. They set your hotel for you, do your cooking, do your cleaning, you do your holiday thing, you come back, you're going to fuck whoever you want, whatever. The women now actually play the game of being your wife at home, at the house kind of thing. So no money's transferred, but they play the long game. So you're there, you're with her, does your cleaning, does your cooking, you're cool, you feel like the man, rubs your toes. Then what happens now is, she may go back and ask for some money, and you'll be more obliged to give it to her because in your mind you convinced yourself she wasn't materialistic. I got 2 guys got caught out like that, and one guy, Lord, he gave her. Tell me, I got played. I go, how'd you get played? He goes, he gave her £4,000 in UK pounds. That's about
6.
Then, yeah. Back in the day, 8 UK US.
Yeah,
she got paid. And that's again, they're playing it now. So when the passport bro goes over there, in his mind, it's not a money thing, but it is. Because somehow, some way, she'll get money out of you or get something out of you.
Well,
and it's you gotta realize too, it's the family involved too. It's
I was gonna say that.
You're dealing with.
I was gonna say that.
Dealing with her family coming after your.
My ex-girlfriend told me when I was engaged with my wife. She said, because she was from California, and she said, "You marry her, you marry her family." And man, and it's true. I mean, it took me a long time to not want to say, hey, we got kids, they want to do shit too. You know what I mean? It's a lot better now. She's finally, once she started sending her own money over there, she felt the pain. But I mean, it's no problem. I love her family, and I'll continue to help her family if they need it. But her family's pretty well off now, as far as they're, most of them, not all of them.
So I want to let me just jump in really quickly and say 2 things. I know I need a shorter fucking name for Hustle and Muscular. I'm not gonna be saying that shit every time. So I'm just calling
Hustle. H&M.
All right, I'm gonna call you. I'll call you H&M. So I disagree. This guy here can go to any destitute country with $40 and any woman will get with him. So
And he still have his
I
$40
disagree.
in his pocket.
Yeah, I disagree that, if that man went over there, them women, them traditional women, these guys are chasing wouldn't get with him. They would get with me if I had fucking $40.
He wouldn't need to. He wouldn't need to.
The second thing I want to say is to this comment here. Well, Jen, Brazilian, Thai, and Filipino women are biting back at what you're saying about them. Jen, you wrong. Here's the thing. If you're talking about, and you can embellish when you're in the chat, right? There is no group of Brazilian women, Thai women, and Filipino women collectively biting back to American women. What you do have is some pimps on the internet talking to black men who are a bunch of idiots trying to get you out there because y'all are tricks, okay? And they're trying to get you out there to help their economy. So if I'm a Filipino woman and I'm pimping some 15, 16, and 17-year-old Filipino women, what I'm going to do is get on y'all's internet, okay, in your spaces, and I'm going to say, we like the black men's. Don't listen to those black women. We like the black men's. Black men's, if they don't love you, we shall love you. So come to the Philippines. We will love you. The black men's, we like the black men's. And then when you come out to the Philippines, I'm going to pimp my 5 or 10 girls to you. You fucking idiot. You fucking idiot.
They always understand the game is never local. It's international, baby.
Absolutely. Like there's no because for him to say Brazilian, Thai, and Filipino women, yeah, I'm sure they're in droves on YouTube just to get a bunch of men out there and they're $40. Yeah.
That
There's
is alluding to them being prostitutes, may I add.
Right.
Like you literally get online and call these women of this particular country prostitutes and think
because I've seen it. I've seen that one Filipino chick. We will love you, black men. If the black women don't love you, we will love you. Come to the Philippines. I've seen her. And if I was her, I would do the same thing. Come bring your $40.
For, though? She's saying we.
Exactly.
She means me.
Yeah,
exactly.
She might be getting her she might mean I.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But if you're out there and you are, intertwined with the young prostitutes out there, and there are a lot of them, of course you're gonna go online and speak to these idiots. It's a commercial. It's a pussy commercial.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's a pussy commercial. You guys are easy tricks. So, of course, she's going to try to get you out there. You think she wants you out there to get married? Is that what you think? She's soliciting a bunch of black dusties from America to marry the women in the Philippines. Is that what you thought when you saw it? The fuck is wrong? Who raised you?
Right.
It's insane. It's insane. What in the hell? Yes. E-Scrabble, $40 make you want to holler. Yes.
Yep. And you go a longer way.
We love you long time. Here, come.
Too cool.
Come, black men's.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Depending on the day, $40 ain't a bad deal here.
Hello.
Depending on the day.
Haran, didn't
5 Starbucks coffees or that?
Didn't a woman just ask you for $50?
Yeah, she was asking me $50.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's the inflation rate. That's the inflation. That $40.
No. Stop the madness.
But we got to call out that these guards in the prison, they're jailhouse hoes. We got passport bros and we got jailhouse hoes.
That's a big thing over here, That's a big thing. That's a very big thing.
And they're not the top-notch women working in those jailhouses. They're probably pretty dumb.
Not here.
All right, but we need a better name though. I'm not about to call them jailhouse hoes. unless well, then we got to call passport bros passport hoes. Then we got to call them hoes too.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to share my experience with you guys. Yeah, all right. My experience is because, unfortunately, I've been in and out of prison.
Junkie Jane, sorry.
Okay.
I'm reading the chat.
And
where you at?
Have you banged the jailer? My brother?
Have I banged the what? Like a CO, like a female CO?
Yeah.
Nah,
Like a jailer, yeah.
I never got the privilege of doing that. But
Listen, in the UK you would. You got the accent. In the UK you would, and they're pretty
what?
wardens.
Oh yeah,
All getting
let the
arrested
man
in
Let
the
him
finish.
all in the
let him
news.
Let
finish
him
his
finish. Hold on.
story.
Wait.
I'm gonna try to be as quick as I can, right?
No, go ahead. Take your time.
So the first time I did my little stretch, I was young. I was 19. I met this woman. Well, I'm in communication with my friend, and he's on Facebook. He's letting people know, oh, such and such is locked up. If you want, write him. This is his inmate number. Da da da. So some girl writes me, and she's telling her, oh, I went to school with you. Da da da. And she's telling me her name, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, I know who this is. Like, she was cute. Like, I remember who this is. I'm like, you locked up already. It's like, fuck it. Like, at least I have
There we go.
at least I have someone I can talk to. And she was cute from what I could remember. Like, if this is the person who I think it is. So we're talking. She's putting money on the phone. She's asking me, oh, do you want me to send you like commissary? I'm like, nah, like I didn't want to do that, So she was like, nah, the phone is good enough. Like, you go with that, like just for conversation. So I did my bid and everything, I'm getting to know her, whatever. But when you in there, you whisper sweet nothings, because when you get home, you got something there.
Right.
So once I come home, the last thing I'm worried about is this woman, right? Oh, wait a minute. I forgot the important part. She came to visit me. When she came to my friend dropped her off. When she came to visit me, it was not the woman who I thought it was.
Damn. I had a feeling it was gonna be that.
That I thought it was. And she was not.
How she look, homie? How she look?
Let him finish, please. We're gonna be here all fucking night.
Listen, she was not as attractive, right?
Okay.
So I'm like, damn. I'm like, all right, fuck it, whatever. Like, I could just keep talking to her. Just she keep me company, right? And I had other girls that would write me that had boyfriends and this and that, whatever. But she was the main one. When I come home, I'm like, damn, I don't want to break it to her. I'm just gonna stop talking to her. I'm gonna ghost her. So I stopped calling her. When I come home, I'm in a halfway house. My grandmother came to see me at the halfway house. This woman pulled up while my grandmother was there. I was so mad. You don't understand. And I was kind of like trying to avoid her. And my grandma's like, oh, that's your girlfriend? I'm like, oh, no. Okay, so that was that, right? That was that. Now, the second time I did like a stint bit, this didn't make any sense at all, because we're from two polar opposite worlds. And this girl, she was slightly older than me, very attractive woman. Probation. She was a probation officer. And we met. We started talking. I ended up they hit me with a warrant. I'm locked up. And she said, oh, it's okay. I'm cool with being your friend. And in my head, I'm telling myself, I told my boy this, right? And my boy, he's from a different lifestyle than me. He's doing right, firefighter, all this, right? And he's like, wait, I showed the pictures of the girl. He's like, wait, she wants to still fuck with you? Like, and you a whole felon? You're a criminal? You've been in and out of prison your whole life? And like, she wants to fuck with you? And I'm like, bro, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. I get locked up. This woman is putting money on the phone. And she told me, make sure to not over the phone say that I'm a probation officer. Don't even mention it. And she also was asking me also same thing. Hey, do you want me to send you money for commissary? I'm like, nah, I'm not going to be here long. I'm going to bond out soon. So more like basically what I'm trying to say is that women are attracted to men for whatever reason. Maybe she was attracted to me because she thinks I'm attractive. I don't know. But they wanted to deal with me. And I didn't understand why, especially if you're a decent woman with a career and everything. But hey, I'm not gonna turn it down, right? I'm not gonna turn it down. So I don't know. That was my little experience. And I know a lot of guys that they meet women while they're locked in, and the guys, the chicks come visit them, send them money, do everything for them. But yeah.
Look,
I just want to say that's amazing because we're getting in real time that other side of the story.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? What the men go through.
So
I just want to say something real quick. One second, Lee. I just want to say one thing to the brothers. Like, look, man. If women find you attractive, they don't give a fuck what you do, man. Like, nigga, you can live in a sewer. Like, seriously. Like, I mean, I'm dead serious. I mean, you know what I mean? You can live in the back of a laundromat. You can live under a bridge. You could be Christian Grey. I don't care. You know what I mean? When women are attracted to you, they're attracted to you. However, with that being said, there's a difference between them finding you attractive and finding you useful.
Right. Yeah.
There's a difference between them finding you attractive and them finding you useful. Now they can find you useful and attractive. Sometimes they can find you useful but not attractive.
Yeah, now that's true.
You still can be useful. But you still can be useful.
When I dealt with the probation officer chick, that's what it was. It was more like a sexual thing. She was attracted. It was like a fling thing. It wasn't nothing serious because of my background.
Well, this is the thing. Like a lot of times with women, what is usually like one of our biggest complaints in a relationship? You don't listen to me, right? So when you have a captive audience like that, it's like this motherfucker ain't got no choice but to listen to me. He ain't doing shit else, you know. That's not to say that she ain't getting her dick on the side while she's out there and stuff like that. But the purpose that he's serving for that moment is just that ear, right? That fantasy and all of that. Because, disclosure, I did time, and so what was crazy is when I was doing time at one of the places that they had me at. Well, people were sneaking cell phones in and stuff. I had to listen to my cellmates every day, just like, talking to tons of women, right? And the spills that they was putting out and what these women were eating up, it just was so amazing to me. I was just like, wow.
Wait, what's your name? What's your name? Sorry? What's your name? Lily. So, all right. So one time, a cellmate of mine, he was in there for murder, right? For a murder robbery. And it was to the point where he was writing a girl he was dating, beautiful girl too. He was writing her, telling her, "Don't worry, baby, I'm gonna snitch so I could come home to you." And I'm like, this is fucking bananas. This dude, this young kid, he's a drug dealer. To his gun, and he's over here telling this girl, "Don't worry, baby, I'm a snitch so I could come home to you." I'm like, this is crazy. She found a new nigga within months, but whatever.
Well, I was gonna say to what Lily said, there's some truth to like. I don't want to compare like it's the same thing in my experience, but when I was in Afghanistan, I wrote my best letters. I had my best conversations because there was just me, the sky, and the people launching missiles over. And when you're that alone, you don't have the phones, you don't have the TV. You're in a bare base, and you have clarity, and you do listen better because you don't have nearly as many distractions. But I also will say this: I've told the story I think before. The jailhouse, whatever you want to call them, women that are going in there and trying to get them a nice looking man that works out and all that, and basically a captive audience, remind me of the same women that, maybe there are 4 out in the real world, but in Afghanistan, the best guys are getting with her because that's the only thing there. They're not getting their makeup on, they're not looking their best. Some are good looking. I'm not going to say they were all ugly, but the ugly ones even got it, right? And that's what I said. When they got back on the plane, one dude got in trouble because he said, how does it feel to be ugly?
Oh my goodness. So it sounds to me like we're just all a bunch of superficial, shallow, horny savages.
Black
Pretty much.
Republicans, you know, Black
That's human
Republicans,
nature.
you know,
Human nature.
Black Republicans.
Just one thing. Have you? Oh, sorry. I'll be quick. Have you guys
I just want to say one thing. I just want to say one thing to Black Republicans. Black Republican, I see that you guys really enjoy Brazilian women and enjoy going after Brazil. I don't know what the numbers are right now, but there was a time when there was a big, massive HIV problem out there. So you guys just make sure that you keep your eyes on the numbers, because I'm pretty sure you guys are going out there. You guys are going out there, pants down, raw dogging like a motherfucker. So while you're having fun, just make sure that you keep your eyes on the stats.
It's cap. I don't believe them because they don't go and stay. Like, convince me. If you want to convince me you're into Filipino women, Brazilian women, go and stay.
Right.
They don't stay. They never stay.
No.
They stay in my chat, though.
Number one, they can't afford to stay because, you know, they ain't got it like that. The money ain't even long like that. That's like most of them don't have passports. Okay, so we got a large chunk of the passport bros already put to the side. Then we got the ones who do have passports, but get over there and I can only spend about a week tops because that's about as much as my vacation is going to allow. Okay, you put that to the side. Then you got the ones who's going over there saying, I want, you know, they're telling the internet that they want a wife, but then they just want to fuck for $40. So that's another reason why they don't stay. Put them to the side. And all we're left with was this small little chunk that of men who actually have the means to bring these women back to something, even if it's the project, you know, I don't know, but you know, they bring them back to something, but how does that usually go? Very few usually stay.
So I keep hearing.
Why would you stay?
The worst one.
I wouldn't fucking stay anyway. I mean, like, come on, why would you even stay at a place like that? I want to make fucking money. I'm gonna stay in America. America's the shit.
Because ass is that important to them. That's why.
And if you got a
question,
that's usually the priority.
Because I used to be like very anti-trade. I didn't understand this. Like, why are these guys choosing to do this? Until I started to realize guys going without women. And I told myself, man, like that's the last thing on my priority list in my life. Like I could get a woman, hey, I got a bottle and want to go over here to a basketball game. Like that's so simple. To get pussy, it's so simple. And this guy's online complaining about it. and I did it.
And how old are you, fighter?
I just turned 30.
Okay.
So I don't understand why guys act like this. But then I said, yo, you know what? If they're really going out without any pussy, maybe them traveling, maybe this is the route for them. Like, is it bad that they're doing it? I mean, I don't know. Like, what else can they do? What else can these men do?
So I agree with you. And there are men that are 10 and 20 and 30 years older than you who still can't get women in this country. So I agree with you that they should travel and go get women where they can, but they always come back. They should stay.
Okay.
And they come back.
That's all I'm saying. Right. They come back complaining. My thing is go, but stay, right? If the only way you could get a woman, the only bad thing about what they do is that they come back and brag about the prostitutes that they sleep with, and then they piss off those countries. That's the problem.
Right. And people who are getting what they want don't complain. They shut up and enjoy the thing that they just got.
True.
The weird would say, would you say the cringiness is the being braggadocious about it? Because I'm Dominican. So I get affected when they say, oh, Dominican women are easy. I'm like, not my country.
Exactly. Right. They're calling your women prostitutes.
Yeah.
So it's like, do you expect anyone in that country or of that nationality or ethnicity to be okay with that?
Right.
Sorry,
and they're mad. Like they want, hold on. They're mad. And then I'll pass the mic to you, Mr. T. They're mad because they have a certain standard of degeneracy and they want everyone to meet them there. I've had friends like that. We've all had friends like that. They're a complete degenerate. And then if you don't want to meet them in that degeneracy, then you're too good. Then you're hating on them. So these men, these passport bros that go out to DR, to Colombia, to Thailand, to the Philippines, they want that country to meet them at their degeneracy. They want to be able to go out there, you know, exploit women, exploit teenagers, and they want those countries to accept it and like it. They're basically spreading their degeneracy like a disease, like a virus, and they want people to accept it and celebrate their degeneracy. That's really all it is. Like, they didn't invent tricking. There've been tricks and johns around forever. Prostitution is hella old. There's always been tricks and johns. But these guys, they want to be celebrated tricks and johns. You cannot be a celebrated trick and john because you're a degenerate. You're part of a degenerate part of society. Right? So you can't have both worlds. Either you're a degenerate or you're a high value man. But what they want to do is force their degeneracy to be of high value. You can't live in two, you know what I mean, worlds. You're a degenerate, you're a trick, be a trick, and be a degenerate and be quiet. But they want to fight these other countries and promote these other countries, the women in these other countries like prostitutes. You can't do that. That's why people are pushing back. You cannot do that.
I would love for you to put up this comment that JR put up.
I don't. Did anyone say that dude's a lame for not getting laid?
Yeah.
Did anyone say that? I'm not quite sure. Is he assuming? And can you highlight that, Jen?
In the other part of that comment is saying, it says, here's the problem with these arguments. Which one is it? Are dating coaches grifters for teaching men how to get laid? Okay. Dating coaches and teaching men how to get laid are two different things. Are you dating or are you just trying to get some pussy? Like, what's the tea? Which one is it? So you have to tell us which one is it, because you got two different things. That's a contradiction right there. And are dudes lame for not getting laid? We've never said that.
Okay, Black Republican. Okay, you calling me a pookie, but I'm living the life that you want to live in America. That I'm speaking. That was my past, the prison, right? That was my past, right? I'm living the life you want to live in America, and it's sad that you're bragging about going to other countries to have sex with women that don't really desire you. They're only doing it for the paper. Come on, man. Stop.
For the age of consent is 14.
Yes, that's it.
So here's
that's a big point.
Really quickly. I know I let you live your best degenerate life in the chat, Black Republican, but I'm gonna put you in timeout, and that's the last time you call somebody on my panel out their name. Okay? And don't fuck with me because I like doing this shit. So don't fuck with me. I'm gonna put you in timeout. I'm gonna put you in timeout. I'm going to put you in time out, and you come back up here and call anybody on this panel out their name. You're done here. Okay, you're done. Watch your fucking chicken wing hole, you asshole.
Let's just say, hold on 1 second. Let's just say that I just got to put it out there. White people invented the timeout.
It's on you. Well, it's an option on YouTube. I didn't claim it. I didn't claim it.
I didn't see you going to get a switch.
Right.
He's on timeout for 5 minutes like a child. Since you want to act like a child, I'm going to put you in timeout for 5 minutes.
That was pretty good. That's pretty good.
That was a good one.
Listen, I said No Saint is my favorite colonizer, and I mean that.
I will fight somebody for No Saint. We ain't playing.
Oh, I won't. Let's not get panicky.
I want to ask.
If I'm be like, I ain't with that white man.
That sounds like a Caucasian problem.
I want to ask the guy that was in the military. Okay, so I know I've heard, right, that in the military people get around, they mess around, right, because they have their needs. Now, when you're out there, are there certain men that go through this that like, damn, I can't get lucky like these other guys? Does that happen to certain dudes? Or
I mean, yeah. I mean, of course. And you know, there was a term in the military. They would call it. So TDY means temporary duty assignment, right? So when you go deployed, I was in Afghanistan, but there was also like some really nice ones that a lot of Brits were at too in Oman when we went for rest and relaxation. That was a separate base. And the women and the men were like, yeah, we're TDY. We're temporarily divorced. And it's against the, now you can get in trouble. If you get caught, you get some, yeah, you can get kicked out. But yeah, of course, there are a lot of ugly people that the good-looking guys got the average-looking girls that normally the average-looking guys would get, and it's kind of rolled downhill because there was the supply and demand, you know, and some people did prostitution, got caught.
Right. Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
So let me. Can I? No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I just heard stories about the soldiers, right? That they were told, hey, don't go to these places because you might run into a man disguised, right? Or you might get robbed, or something might happen to you. So I heard stories.
That is facts.
My brother was telling me something about in South Korea, because you know, a lot of times when I'm about to be slightly racist, when Asians transition, they're very passable. Like 9 times out of 10, Asians are very passable when they transition. So my brother was
ladyboys,
right? So he was saying the way that you was able to determine who was a ladyboy and who wasn't was they weren't allowed. They prostitute in the open, but they wasn't allowed inside the bars. So he was like, if you were kind of making a connection with when he's like, okay, come on in here and let's talk. And they're like, no,
yummy.
Yummy, do for you. Yummy, you coming? No, come here. No, you come here.
Next boyfriend I get, that's how I'm gonna say it. Yummy.
I do for you.
Quick question. As a matter of fact, just a statement. JR, men don't owe you resources. Men don't owe women security. Men have to earn. Women have to earn marriage and relationships. Women aren't special simply for existing. Okay, well, here's the flip side. Well, here's the flip side of it. The same thing can be said about women in their regards to how they view men. Women don't owe us anything either. Nobody owes anyone anything. How about that? You know what I mean? You get what you can get, and you also get what you earn. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like both genders are walking around here with a huge sense of entitlement. You know what I mean? Like, let's slow down. I don't owe anybody a goddamn thing. Nobody owes me anything. You know, when people live their life in that context, and they understand that whatever you are given is through a transactional scenario, a lot of the anger and the trauma that you're walking around with, you wouldn't be having. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of these men, reason why you're angry right now is because you think someone owes you something. Somebody owe you no pussy. You know what I mean? They just don't. You know what I mean? If someone is attracted to you, if they dig you or whatever, and they want to offer themselves to you, fine. But if you can't find this person to do that or behave in the manner that you want them to, then that's your problem.
Well, that's just as ridiculous as them thinking that women that they're owed submission, right? That they're owed approval, and that's why they go and buy it, because they have to pay for that, right? Because in this country, they talk a lot about women in America, but in this country, these men are running around, they think because they have some half-ass job somewhere that they're entitled to women to submitting to them. Meanwhile, they look like shit, talk like shit, act like shit. They're not spontaneous. They're not adventurous. They're not attractive. So it's like, but they think because, they're a man on the planet that a woman owes them submission. Women don't owe you shit either. You're not special just because you fucking breathe and exist. But I agree with you, Haran, is both sides are running around like you owe me or you owe me. Don't nobody owe anybody shit. If you want a woman to submit, take care of everything, period. You're not worthy of submission. I don't care who likes it and who don't like it. If you are a man, you are not worthy of full submission. If she has to go in her purse and help you with the fucking bills, you're just not. So by all means, use the passport, leave. Just leave.
In my lifestyle, look at it in this context. How good is a dom if he can't find any submissives? You don't just run up on a woman and be like, I choose you. Like, no, right. The woman has to choose you and agree that yes, this is my dominant, this is my alpha, and I will submit to this man.
Right.
If you can't find any women to submit to you in that world, that means that you are not the dominant force that you think that you are.
Preach.
You know what I mean?
So
In the
easy.
BDSM
It's
world,
so easy.
if you cannot find any woman to submit to you, you're not the alpha and you're not the dominant that you think you are. You're just not.
Yeah. I'd like for us to, just for a minute, panel, I love y'all to bits and pieces, but let's get off these idiots in the chat for a minute. By idiots, I mean Black Republican and the JR. Because they hide in the chat and they never come up, so I don't want to give them too much attention. If they want to say it with their chest and untuck their nuts, they're more than welcome to come up. I will drop the link again, but I'm tired of talking to these fucking clowns in the chat, to be honest.
Yeah, and I just want to say, listen,
George, I just want to answer George. No, I don't. He's asking me, isn't true submission only when there's a conflict of wills? Well, in the context of what I just said, in terms of BDSM, that's never been a thing for me. I mean, there was just never a conflict of wills. It was just, I see this energy, I want this energy, I want to submit to this energy. That was me. That's how it is for me. It's not, I didn't have to.
But that's how it is. That's how it is. Like, women will see that energy, like, oh yeah, I'll submit to this energy. It goes without saying type of situation. Just like an alpha male never calls himself an alpha male, right? So a dom should never and would never have to ask for submission. A woman is going to automatically know. It's kind of like they say, real recognize real. Well, it's that type of situation. If you have to ask, it's a bad thing.
Yeah. That's crazy. I've never had a man ask me or demand that I submit or even expect it. It was just a man, and then women fall in place.
Fall in line. I always say that like when I'm in the dating world or whatever, I'm looking to see if I naturally can fall into my natural role, right? If I'm unable to do that, then that's not my man. That I'm not the person for you and you're not the person for me, because I'm not able to fall into that natural submission role, or just, and the role, so.
I was going to say, have you guys heard of the case in the UK about the American guy who was in prison, who's actually on the run in the UK with the aristocrat? You know about that?
No. What is that noise? It sounds like some kind of sniffling or something in the background. So watch your mic.
Not me, no. No, it's front page news in the UK. An American guy was in prison for 24 years. He's on the run over here with an aristocrat's daughter, and they've got a child. They had a child as well. So she had a newborn child, and she's on the run with the American fugitive over here in the UK. Google it, and it'll come up. And it's front page news because she's next to royalty, and we're looking at very wealthy people. And the mad thing I don't understand is this: how is it that these are aristocratic people, next to royalty, but they knew about? I think the son or the brother, whatever, said they knew about the guy's conviction. So I'm like, goes back to what we're saying about inmates and thug love and thug passion. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I mean, woman aristocrat. Any man you can have, yet choose this off-key looking thuggish brother from the States. I don't know. Crazy, crazy news. Google it; it'll come up.
Lily, check the private chat. I do want to ask this: can we? All jokes aside, this was a fun night. But can we? Hey, Jeremy.
See, Jen's got thug love.
Hey, Josh. Be quiet for a minute, Mr. T. Be quiet for a minute, please. Thank you.
Because you're obsessing, falling in love.
Okay, let me mute your mic. You're a little hard of hearing. Hey, Jeremy. Hey, Josh. So I do want to say this. We had a good old time up here. We did. But can we learn anything? If a man's goal, right? It seems to be, and not by my what I'm thinking, right? Just what I've heard from when I was a yay little girl, okay? What I've heard all my life, and men from all walks of life, races, ethnicities, ages, tax brackets, they all trying to get laid. They're all trying to get laid. Every now and then, one of them smartens up and realizes I can make the most money I've ever made in my 40s. Let me leave women alone. Right? Every now and then, a guy pops up like that. I'm just going to leave women alone, make my money, and then I'll get women later. If that's the goal, and these guys, all they did was pop up in a photo. No one knew anything about their personality. No one knew what their voice sounded like. Okay, no one knew their past, their present, their future. They just knew they were in prison. That's all they knew. This was even before I went searching for why this guy was in prison. I was like, why is he in prison? Okay, murder one, right? I still don't know what Jeremy Meeks was in prison for to this day, right? Now, with that said, just their pictures, their images, women went wild. They went wild, right? And the goal of men is to have women react like that to them. Every man walking would love to get that reaction from women. So what, if anything, before we close, what, if anything, can the average man who's not in prison, what can he learn? Is there anything he can learn from these two men? Because these men had women throwing themselves at him. So we can close on that note. We can close on that note.
Do two things. Trust me. This will change your life. I promise you. You already subconsciously were following this advice and you didn't even know it. Go to the gym, hire a stylist. Kevin Samuel was a stylist. Andrew Tate was a fucking gym bro. You suck their dicks every fucking 5 minutes, and that's exactly what they were at the core of it all. Kevin Samuels was a stylist. He was telling you how to concentrate on your look, the appearance, and how to move forward. Andrew Tate wanted you to fucking do some fucking push-ups, learn how to fucking fight, and basically handle yourself on a physical level. That's it. This shit ain't rocket science, man. Like at best, if you follow this advice by going to the gym, eating better, and hiring a stylist, or at least asking, you know what? Don't even hire a stylist. Just find a female friend. You don't have to fuck every fucking woman you come in contact with. Go find a female friend that you trust and ask her, what do you think about my style? Honestly. She'll probably tell you you dress like shit. She'll probably tell you dress like shit, because most of you do. And it is what it is. It's fine. You know what I mean? If you're open-minded, go ask a gay friend of yours. Ask if you look like shit. I'm pretty sure they'll tell you. Yeah,
well,
you
they
look
had
like
you
shit.
crying. Just
you know
start with the female friend.
But guess what?
Not Jen. Not Jen.
You need advice, because you dudes keep following all these guys, all these gurus, all these dating coaches, and you still end up at square one. Something is not registering, obviously. You still keep showing up with the same problems. So it's either you are hard-headed, stupid, or you just don't understand what's being sold to you at the end of the day. Go to the gym, work on your appearance, and go learn how to dress correctly. That's it. That's it. Trust me, your life will change. Your shit will change. And all these dudes who claim to, you know what I mean, to be experts on women and experts on all that, I'm telling you one more time, go to the gym and learn how to fucking dress, okay? And take care of your testosterone. You'll be fine. And guess what? This advice didn't cost you a fucking dime.
I love it. Anyone else? I mean, that was jam-packed. Anyone else? I even like what E. Scrapple said. E. Scrapple said, get in shape, get a haircut, wear clean damn clothes, and read books.
I like that too. I like both of what they said, but because I'm a realist and I know these motherfuckers ain't gonna listen to this, I would say just go get your passport.
Lily gave up.
Yeah, I give up. Just get your passport.
So
get on out of town and that's it.
I want to get brought up on the big screen just for a second. Just for a second. Bring me up on the big screen. Guys out there, I want you to take a look at me. See me? I'm not the best looking guy. I don't work out. I do read. I do have lots of interest. You can take me out the big screen now. It's enough. I don't want to crack mirrors. I don't want to crack mirrors or nothing like that. Get a personality. Don't be a douchebag. This is, if you can't do what Haran's doing, or you can only do half of what Haran's talking about, take some of these tips too. I I can bring up. Listen, I'm not as successful as probably Haran and Damien and anybody on this panel when it comes to relationships. I've had some really good relationships, and I never settle for anything. I had to be attracted. That doesn't mean they look like Jen necessarily, although I would put Erica next to Jen any day. I think she definitely compares. But even like the girlfriend before that was really good looking. And you know what? I had to starve her out. She wasn't into me at first. I had to talk to her. She was like, "You're not my type." I'm like, "Yeah, but we can hang out." I hung out. She got to know me, and we had a good 5-year relationship. And and that includes sex.
Okay.
We were boyfriend and girlfriend. We were actually engaged at once. So yeah, if you're not great looking, you don't have a fantastic body, you're not gonna cycle through women like you may want. But hope is not lost. Women have different ways they look at guys. And if you work on yourself and like yourself first before you try to put your douchebaggy self out there, you'll have some success.
Cash App Begaverse. Cash App Begaverse is scrolling on the bottom. Mr. T, what you got in under 30 seconds, bruh?
I'll be quick. What you're telling how men can be attractive to women? Simple.
What can they learn from those two jailbirds or two little jailbirds?
Oh boy, you know what? It's a hard one because those guys are in shape. Jeremy Meeks married this again. Another one. He married Dr. What's his name? Phil Green's daughter, millionaire, UK. Again, Jeremy Meeks' girlfriend is British as well. But a lot of guys need dare I say this, need to up their thug game. Because some women have an actual predisposed to that kind of guy. So naturally, just tell lies like we used to when we was all young. I've done 5 years of burglary. Girls like, wow. Lies, obviously, but they like it. They get wet. They start lying, isn't it? Get in the gym, get some clothes, or start lying. Simple as that. Real talk. He's laughing.
Okay, so like I tell y'all all the time, everyone is entitled to their opinion on the block. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. So I will say this. I do agree you should up your thug game, but you can up your thug game in the bedroom. Okay, don't go out committing no crimes.
I mean, come on, man. I was wondering when somebody was just going to say this, man. The reason why they attracted these dudes is because they will fuck the shit out of them and they don't have to ask them what to do in the bedroom. They just know what to do. I thought that was just understood. I thought that was being insinuated. You know what I mean? We just went
I was about to get there, bro.
We went all around the mulberry bush, you know what I mean, just to finally arrive here. Thank you.
Okay,
a good beat goes far, A good banging goes far.
I'm trying to end the show, but if y'all gonna, ask me to end the show.
End the show.
Ask me to end the show. I had to mute him again. Let me end the show. I will say this, as I'll say, I love the advice everybody gave. I'll keep it short. Men gossiping about women is not going to get you women. That's all I got to say. Gossiping about women is not going to get you women. And that is really all you're doing when you follow the Tates, the Samuels, and everybody else. You're just gossiping about women. That's not going to get you women. So I think everyone gave some great advice. Very, very different. Everybody have very different advice. All right, guys. So we out of here. Don't forget, mañana is Freaky Damn Friday. Tomorrow is Freaky Friday, and the subject is dicks, D-I-X. So if you have a penis, want a penis, had one inside you or in your mouth, if you held one, if you beat one off, if one of them was stinking, if it's hairy, if it's curved, if it's pointy, if it's skinny, if it's short, if it's fat, you're going to want to be on tomorrow. We're going to talk all about dicks tomorrow and what women think about your dick. So come up, listen. Your dick may come up and you'll get some information out of it.
It will. Oh, it will.
I'll come up with some facts and also some stats and also the women will be sharing their personal experiences with dick. So come on through tomorrow, Freaky Friday. Gentlemen, you are welcome. You're going to be learning some stuff and you're also welcome to ask us questions. We will answer you, but it's not for the faint of heart because we're going to be telling the whole damn truth. All right. So with that said, guys, I see you. Mañana, hit that like and subscribe. You're our substitute teacher, No Saint. So you want to take us out?
Sure. I'm just going to make it short and sweet. We love you all. Class dismissed.
All right, guys. Good night. And we're out of here. Okay, guys, if you're still here for any reason and enjoyed the show, hit that like and subscribe for me. Don't forget you can support the show. Cash App on the block with Jen if you're catching the replay. This was a fun one. It was light, okay? We don't always have to be serious. Thank you so much for your support. Again, I thank you for getting me to 4,000 subs. I'm already got my eye on the 5K, okay? I got my eye on the 5K. We are growing organically. I don't have 1 million subscribers because I'm not a grifter and I don't fucking pander and I don't coddle you. So when you see people watching in the chat, whether I hate them or love them, or sometimes the opposite way, understand that we are growing organically and we got some real shit going on here, okay? Okay? All right, guys. So good night, and I will see you mañana. Behave. Good night, guys.